Promotions, let's go.
Yeah, baby.
With FUNG Promotion, on God.
With FUNG Promotion.
Shout out FUNG Promotion. With FUNG Promotions.
With FUNG Promotion. With FUNG Promotion.
New York City shit, fucking with FUNG.
FUNG Promotions, let's go.
Yeah, baby.
Got my man Vok in the building.
Good word, FUNG.
Yes, sir. Can you introduce yourself to the people?
VOKARONDon, a young dirty nigga from Brooklyn. Been outside for like 65 years, but I'm only 34. Enjoy your day.
For sure, for sure.
Okay.
So, where you coming out of? Where you grow up at? Where you from?
I grew up in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, and Flatbush, so I grew up in both neighborhoods. So like my mom and her family was from Bed-Stuy, my pop's family's from Bed-Stuy, but then my mom ended up moving to Flatbush, so I had to live in Flatbush, but I went to Bed-Stuy like every weekend type of shit.
So how was it growing up in Flatbush, going back and forth between there and Bed-Stuy?
See, in Bed-Stuy, it was like I got my cousins and everybody, so I can be myself more. In Flatbush, I had to be somebody else because it was just me. Like I was the big cousin, the big brother. I was the oldest guy, so now I had to make a name for myself so my little brothers and them don't get picked on and shit. Feel me?
Yeah. So going to school and growing up like that, was you always into music, or how did that come about early? Like at what age?
See, like music, I always liked music, so like my first taste of real music was Microphone Fiend by Rakim. So my uncle, he was be outside, he was a dude that was outside, big chains and shit like that, but he was also Guyanese. So if you know Guyanese culture, we like big ass speakers, everybody's a DJ, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So my uncle, he used to be playing music every single day. And the Microphone Fiend video was a little kid in there, he kicked the speaker. And I remember I seen that shit and I kicked my uncle speaking, he kicked my ass, that ass. So I always just, like, that was like the first hip hop video that really had me mesmerized, like for the first time ever. Yeah.
So after that, did you ever want to rap, or what?
I mean, every black kid in the world wrote a rap. But I realized very fast I was not good at rap. So I started doing beats. My man Personnel, this kid from Flatbush, Child to Purse, we was doing beats. He told me how to do beats on the MTV Music Generator. Remember that?
Okay, yeah.
So the MTV, they had this game on PlayStation that taught that you could make beats on and shit. He became so good that he ended up going and teaching like a class on this shit. You feel what I'm saying? So because he was teaching us so easy, so we always like really out there making beats and crazy shit. Like some of those beats landed on projects like real shit, like the Jim Jones project. My man Justin did that. He scored Killer Season and all types of things. That all became from the Music Generator.
Okay, so was you making any beats? Was that going successful for you at all with your beats?
Yeah, my beats was getting picked up, so I was used to do beats with my man Paul Kane. Back in the days was Kid Cardi that I used to work with. He was on Fight Club and a bunch of Brooklyn dudes. I was like super local. Like they was selling their beats and shit, but that was me personally. I was like super local, but I had influence culturally because I was really involved with the dudes. So like with Cardi, when I'm working with him, I'm really in his hood and Gowanus every single day, doing everything with him. Yeah, getting more involved with him. So he was the first artist that made me realize, like, oh shit, I think I could be a manager opposed to being a producer, because I don't really like the studio.
Yeah. So at what age was that?
Like 18, 19,
18, you start getting that. So that's when you initially start getting like relationships, you would say, in the industry, where you would start getting a repertoire, you know what I mean?
So now I'm just running around, because I'm out on the streets making my money and shit, but I go to the clubs and I got a rapper, so now I'm not just going to the clubs for no reason. Now I'm just running around trying to get my artists heard and shit like that. And, you know, it's like little things, running around, getting into little, you know, situations. But for the most part, like, I was really grinding and was trying my hardest to make it work. You feel what I'm saying? Even when he didn't want to, like, do it no more, I still was like, yo, come on now, you know what I'm saying? So that was, like, really my first taste of the management experience was with Cardi. So then I went to jail for a couple years.
Okay.
And then I came home and I was working with another artist named Push Montana. He was working with Mano. They had this crew called the Mafia. They did a couple of mixtapes or whatever in Brooklyn and shit. He had did some shit and that's crazy. That's actually how I met Tax Stone. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So I met Tax Stone. You know about Tax Stone?
Yeah, I know for sure. Yeah,
that's how I met Tax Stone. So me and Tax Stone was running with each other about 5-6 years straight. Running around
that's
in the streets.
Right after the when you was 18 and making the beats and doing all that.
I came home.
Okay,
in
so
2010.
How was you? How long was you in behind?
2 years. Yeah.
Okay, so 2 years you sat down and you thought about what you was gonna do in the industry while you was in there, or you was just
I was trying to survive every day. Man. I ain't think about no music shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I was thinking about how the fuck I'm gonna get home and how I'm gonna make up tomorrow and not let these police kill me.
Right.
That was it. That's what I thought about every day while I was in prison. It wasn't until I came home and I started getting back around Push that I wanted to get back into the music shit. So I started doing beats again, but ain't really go nowhere, honestly. You feel what I'm saying? But I started working again with another artist, Drug, and the crazy shit. That's how
right after Push.
Yeah, right. Nah, during Push, during Push, I started working with Drug, and that's Teddy was our producer and our engineer and shit.
Boy, Teddy.
So Teddy, that's how we met Teddy early on. Like,
what year was this?
This is like 2011, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like 2010.
Yeah.
I came home 2010, so it's right definitely between 2010 and 2011. Yeah.
So you got out and you went straight pedal to the metal. Like,
yeah, because I couldn't do anything else. I had parole leave me the house at 9 o'clock, so the only thing that was open in the daytime is the studio.
How long was you on parole after that?
It's a year.
Just a year?
Yeah.
So you were just going to the studio, going back to the crib. And so after Push It, you went to him. And then when did you start seeing like it was success or you could start making some money out of it? Was that right away or
nah?
No, it took some time.
Hell yeah, because then we had got Manolo Rose. Remember Manolo Rose?
Okay.
So we started working with Manolo Rose, and Tax had got his shit going, and then that's how we got Casanova. And then at the same time as Casanova and Manolo shit was going crazy, Tax podcast started going crazy. So now we got 3 elements going crazy in New York. We wilding with the Warehouse Music Group, Tax Stone. Then we running around with the Henny Palooza dudes. Tax was part of the reason that shit went from Henny Palooza to Duce Palooza. Like, he introduced that deal to Hove and everything. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
I seen the interview.
So we was running around with that shit. Like, that's when I realized and I knew, like, all right, niggas can make some bread. If we do it the right way, we can make some bread right now. And, you know, little things started happening and trickled down into big things, and, you know, things went the way it went. And unfortunately, you know, Tax was arrested and he's still fighting for his freedom to this day, free Tax. And you know, Casanova still began to build his profile. Manolo Rose is still doing what he does best. You know, he was never really like he never really liked the lights and shit. He was more of a studio guy. I could put Manolo in the studio, he'll do 200 songs.
Okay, so you was early with the Warehouse music, the Warehouse.
Very early.
Yeah, because I know I had heard about them and the work they was putting in, especially with Cass.
Shout out to Bleak.
About Cass.
Interesting situation to about the Warehouse situation. So now Warehouse Music Group was Memphis Bleak,
right?
My man Debo and Germ.
That's who found Cass.
No.
Who found Cass then?
I did, and Cass is my little brother, best friend.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? He came, that's when I do rap, and that's how it worked. We just signed him to Warehouse.
Okay. You just brought him over
we just brought him over. He did the deal with Warehouse.
Then.
My man Germ put all of that together.
Okay.
But I was saying it's interesting. Like now, like Germ is the guy behind Chef G and Sleepy Hollow.
Okay, yeah, they
you
work.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
People how to recreate themselves. I helped them get their situation at Empire, and then they turned that into a situation. Now they just inked the crazy situation. Yeah,
for sure.
So yeah, that's when I first do though. Cass and that situation with Warehouse, that's how I really knew that we could make some bread. 22 G's was the first artist to put money. That was the first artist I made money off of though.
Okay. And so I know you did Tutu with your own brand, the Cultivated.
Cultivated agency manages Tutu, but Atlantic Records he signed to.
Okay, but you're the head of that agency.
Yes.
And you founded that agency,
yes,
right?
Sir.
So what made you want to start your own brand or break away from the other things you were working or put more time towards your own thing?
Because I was always the guy that put energy into everybody else's thing and never really my own. You feel what I'm saying? I used to follow rule number 1 in the 48 laws too much, actually.
Yeah.
Like, I was too loyal to some people, you feel me? And I used to treat their brands like it was mine, but when it was time to break bread, they didn't treat it like such, you feel me? So I said, the only way it could never happen again is if I do my own thing.
Okay.
And that's when we started to cultivate the agency.